Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Before I get started, I want to give a special shout out to Jenna and her mom, aka the woman. Now, let's get into it. You thought this rash of Kaepernick fever was over. You thought we'd cure that mess. No, the kneeling goes on. This time, it's in fencing. That's right, fencing. Plastic sword fighting, or whatever those things are made of. Now, of course, it takes skill. But this plays to points that I've made before, that it's the elite and the rich who buy into this America is racist bullshit, because fencing is an elitist sport. You gotta have money to do fencing, skiing, shit like that. It takes money. And before, I've talked about how some of these athletes might have survivor's guilt. You know, they come from shitty conditions for the most part. Now they got a bunch of money. They don't live around there anymore, because, you know, the first thing these motherfuckers do when they get money, they are gone. See ya, hood. So they leave, they're living these lavish lifestyles, and they're looking back like, man, the people in my old neighborhood, you know, they're still suffering. So they got to feel some kind of connection. They feel guilty that they made it out and they're not there suffering with them anymore. But this is America, right? So you can give all your money away and move back if you want to and get rid of all that pesky guilt. You think they're going to do that? Huh? You think they're going to go from Cristal to Kool-Aid? Fuck no, they're not doing that. That's ridiculous. So the way they deal with their guilt is they kneel. They take on all these SJW projects. America's racist. The NFL is slavery. The NBA is slavery. Shut the fuck up. So I think the same thing might go for other celebrities, actors, and other athletes that maybe didn't come from bad situations, but they feel like they need to reconnect with the common man. Like, yeah, I'm up here in my ivy tower throwing down my empty lobster shells for you to fight over, but I still want to feel a connection. So these turds, it was a guy and a girl from America, of course, that one of them, she put her fist in the air like she's on the fucking podium in the 1968 Mexico City Olympics, like we're back in the civil rights era. And the dude, his dumbass, he kneels on the podium where they were giving out the medals. So they got in trouble. That's right, their international council or whatever, it took place in Peru. The council that's in charge of the Pan Am sports or whatever, they put both of those athletes on 1 year probation. And by reading the article, it sounded to me like there's going to be something a little more severe if this happens again. And the lady who was in charge, she was talking about how we need to send a clear message to the other athletes that this will not be tolerated. When you sign up for that, you agree to no political protests. And then to go down to Peru, one of the poorer countries, and then talk about how racist and fucked up America is. You think some of those people don't want to come to this racist, fucked up country compared to where they are now? Eating fucking llamas and potatoes? Come on. How dare you go down there and talk about your struggle and your plight in your country in a place like that? But they do shit like this all the time. They want to feel that they're connected to the common man, so they talk about racism and shit that they think the common man deals with. Do you think they deal with racism? I don't give a shit what color you are. I don't care where you come from. If you are rich in America, you don't deal with a lot of the shit that regular everyday people deal with. And that's just the way it is. That's fine. We can handle our role in life. We can handle where we've landed in this game of life. No problem. But don't come up with these fake problems and try to put these fake issues on us, the common man, to make you feel better. Like I said, if you want to feel so connected to the common man, become one. It's much easier to become working class than it is rich. So give all your money away. Go to these inner cities where you feel this racism is festering. Give them all of your money and then go get a job and you can work right alongside them. You don't have to feel that guilt anymore. You don't have to listen to that little man or woman on your shoulder telling you how bad you are because you have money. If it makes you feel that way, give it up. I'll give you my P.O. box. You can give it to me. I will gladly switch places with you. We can do a financial Freaky Friday. All right? I'll switch. I'll be rich. You be working class like me. We'll see how it goes. I guarantee you we won't be switching back. But they talk about these stupid, ridiculous non-issues that don't exist anymore, like racism and police brutality. That's why Colin Slap Your Dick knelt in the first place, according to him. I've said this before. I think he was becoming unpopular and irrelevant. Him and his agent, maybe his stupid girlfriend, came up with this idea to kneel, and it just got out of control. It took on a life of its own. I believe that shit. But they come up with shit like that, these non-issues, to make them feel better. Never mind the fallout for the rest of us. It's just like with the illegals. They're up there doing all virtue saying, oh, we need to help the illegals and help them and give them this and give them that. Like there's no downside to this. You know, I'm going to do a video where I take you to the east side of where I live. And if someone gave you a fucking Ambien and you woke up there, you would think you were the victim of an international kidnapping because you would look around and think, where the fuck am I? I'm not in America anymore. Where did they take me? No bullshit. You don't have to believe me. Don't believe what I tell you. Believe what I will show you. I will go to the east side. I'll try to do it after work today. I'll go to the east side and show you what it's like. When you're letting all these illegals come here, like they're coming here waving American flags with a slice of apple pie in their hand. No, they come here and turn this country, these parts of town they live in, into where they come from. The dirt, the crime, the drugs. I'll show you. But they don't see the downside to these false accusations and these false claims that America is this racist, terrible place. Again, we've all said it. We all know it. If it's such a terrible country and it's so bad for colored folk, why do they keep coming here by the millions? Why do they risk their life crossing the desert with a bottle of Tapatio to get here? Why do they pack everything they own on a raft made of milk jugs and floaties to come here if it's so fucking bad? But they want us to believe that racism is rampant in our country like it once was. And to be honest, the word racism is pretty new. From what I could find out, it came out in maybe the late 30s to sow division between, I think it was Irish or English and Dutch people. But it's like I said, it's a new word and it's used as a weapon. Like it's almost like it's not a real word. Because what the fuck is racism? What does that mean? This is not a racist country. The social soil in our country cannot bear fruits of racism. I don't give a shit what governors and other politicians, presidents, I don't care what they think. Take their racist agenda, as they tell us. And we have a Nazi in the White House. Let's say he was a Nazi. Let's say he wanted to do what the Nazis did 2.0. It's up to us to carry it out. He needs our help to do that. We're not going to do that because the overwhelming majority of the American people don't believe in that shit. They're not racist, whatever the fuck that means. Most people want to do their thing, raise their families, or whatever they're doing, and be left alone. We can handle it. We got it. You incompetent politicians are the ones that have shown you can't handle it. You guys are the ones that you've shown that you fucking suck at your job. Not us. We got this life shit down. We've been doing it for a while. All you need to do is keep 911 up and running, keep our schools looking decent, and our roads, which you can't do. How are you going to call 911 and get put on hold? How am I riding down a road and it sounds and feels like I'm riding over river rocks? Why are my schools in the bottom 5? You can't do your job. You are a sucky piece of shit. I do my job great at living life and taking care of my own and getting through every day. I don't need your help. But you got these rich, elitist pieces of shit that want us to think that we live in this terrible, racist dystopia. And we don't. So they get up there when they're on the podium, they're on the sidelines, the camera's on them, and they start virtue signaling. Like, look at me. I know I have a bunch of money, and I know I'm part of the man, but I'm not. I'm still connected with you. I'm still a regular guy with a little dirt on my boots and a cold beer. Man, shut up. Sip your Moe. Do your weird shit that rich people do. Go to your golf courses. Go to your spas. Laugh like this. Yeah. We don't care. We don't need you. Just be yourself. Stop this virtue signaling bullshit. Stop this America is racist bullshit. There's fallout. It's a double-edged sword. You feel good, our lives get bad. We can't get jobs out here because we don't speak Spanish. And I'm not making that up. You know how many times I heard that? You speak Spanish? So our kids, our youth, can't get entry-level jobs because they don't speak Spanish. That has a ripple effect. Young people are supposed to get into the workforce and jobs like that. Fast food, kitchens, hotels, landscaping. It awakes it gives them entry into the workforce. It fans their need to work, their need to be a part of society. It teaches them a schedule. It teaches them responsibility. You got to be somewhere in time. You have to look a certain way, and you have to execute your job. That's what it's for. It's not for illegals to come here so you can pay them less to do the same work that we would do at a decent price. These jobs are needed to jumpstart young people's economic libido. Get that work dick hard and go do something with it. And those jobs are for the elderly. These are supplemental jobs. I can't raise a family of 4 off of Burger King. You're not supposed to, dummy. And if you're still working at Burger King, don't have no fucking kids. Hello. Why is that not an option? Why do they have to jack up minimum wage? Because this dummy can't keep it under control. He can't keep his soldiers in the barracks. Man, what happened? What happened? Are we going to get pinched soon and wake up from this bullshit? How do we get here? I don't understand, man. Like I said in one of my more recent videos, 20 years ago, we're watching in living color where they got Handyman, where they're making fun of handicapped people, and I guarantee you there were a bunch of handicapped people laughing at that shit. We went from that to this. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be as easy to reverse it. We'll see what happens. I'm about to hop in this rat race, start my 8+. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.